Hello and welcome back. It is me again, and today we're gonna go over meteorology. Figure out what it's really all about. Here's a hint, it's about the weather. But it is its own discipline, and I've been on sort of a kick of, like, delving a little bit below the surface for various, what's the term? Degrees? Careers? Whatever. It's just what I'm feeling. And today we have 6 characters left. We're playing Samson. His door's got a little ink on it, it looks like. That's definitely ink. Don't worry about it being anything else YouTube. But it's time to face the beast again. And thankfully, Samsung Galaxy S2 starts with a trinket. A trinket that I will be glad to get rid of ever since I learned that it actually decreases the chance of non-heart trinkets. It replaces... I said trinkets, I didn't mean to. It replaces... It has a chance of replacing pickups with hearts. Wow! Alright. Okay, this is a very strong start. But you don't need me to point that out to you because you're perfectly smart and intelligent yourself. As I'm sure you're already well aware. Ooh, is this? I can't believe that. This is amazing. This is one of the strongest starts I've ever had. Let's blow you up because I don't want to move through that. Also, that's a nice, subtle way of teaching that mechanic, isn't it? I do enjoy game design. Sometimes another trinket. Ooh, one that meshes very well with Samson's ability, in fact. Or starting items, I should say, not so much ability. But I will do without it. I will forego it. Wow. This is just easy mode, apparently. I mean, it's not, but it feels like it. Let me go check over here. Just in case, you never know, it could be like a library or something. And I'm glad I kept the counterfeit penny with me. And now what I am doing, if you are wondering, is simply shuffling things around, making it easier to transport things later, and I will take the swallowed penny into the fight, just in case. Just in case. I will just have to remember not to actually grab any of the pennies until I get the counterfeit penny back. Because I sure do care about my counterfeits. Don't take that out of context. Ever. Please. That's all well and good. There we go. Let's put you in the other corner. Why not? And then we go grab the counterfeit penny. Was there even anything in here that I'm interested in? Not particularly. Well, maybe. I'll take a wooden nickel. That plus the counterfeit penny. I should make my money back post-haste. If I do say so myself. Anyway, we're talking about meteorology today. Meteorology. Meteorology. Which obviously is, the study of meteors. Duh. I thought that was obvious. No, I kid, I jest. It is the study of weather. And there's probably a Greek word whose fault it is that it sounds like meteor. Probably. But let's actually dive in now. Hold on. Hold, please. Can't fight that guy while looking away. Meteorology is the scientific study of the atmosphere, focusing on weather processes and forecasting, obviously. That part, fairly well known. Interesting room. Ooh, hold. Okay, stop holding. So meteorology is a branch of science concerned with the atmosphere and its phenomena, especially as it relates to weather and climate. Meteorology may focus on weather forecasting, climate studies... Uh-oh. I don't like this. Ow. Well, I guess I like it a little better. In a way. My counterfeit penny hasn't gone off in a while. May focus on weather forecasting, climate studies, atmospheric physics and chemistry, and severe weather analysis. That is the study of hurricanes, tornadoes, and others. What else is there in this floor that I'm just not thinking of? Oh, perks! Oh, a mini-boss. Oh, did you see that? Has that always been the case? Oh, you can't see it now. Rewind the video a little bit. The reflection of the laser beam was not colored appropriately. It was slightly differently colored within the tile that Gluttony... Yeah, that was Gluttony, right? Was shooting from. Which was curious. Fascinating. Someone needs to fix that. I am appalled. This game is so old. Why haven't they fixed it yet? Well, okay, that wasn't a total loss for me. Those chests. Let's first talk about... Well, I guess second... First, I talked about, an overview of what meteorology even focuses on. Second, let's look at the structure of the atmosphere, which is pretty important to meteorology if you really think about it. Generally. Ooh. Uh-oh. Ow! That was a lucky shot. That's all it was. I want you to know that. Nice. Oh. And I'm 1 penny short? I might be able to get it. Oh, well, I can bomb over here. Yeah. No soul heart, though. So the atmosphere is divided into a number of layers that you are... Oh, cool. That you may be somewhat familiar with. But let's start from the bottom up. We have the troposphere. This goes from 0 to 12 kilometers because, America, imperial system, all that. Whatever. I'm American and I'm proud, but I'm gonna stick to kilometers for today. I'm sorry. Maybe that feels like a betrayal on some level. Go to your second form already, there. It's always right when I comment on it that things happen. Stop making friends. Also, I am shocked that I made it that far into the fight without getting hurt. Yay, range. And yeah, we go. So the troposphere is 0 through 12 kilometers from the surface. Weather happens here. Temperature decreases with height. I see that. Then we have the stratosphere, which is 12 to 50 kilometers in altitude. Ow. Altitude. I don't really feel like speed down. How many hundreds more times am I going to make that joke in the remainder of this series? Place your bets So in the stratosphere, we have the ozone layer. Also, temperature increases with height now. Interestingly enough. Next, we have the mesosphere. I believe meso is a root word meaning middle. So you can imagine that it's not the highest point yet. And very, very interesting. I will not be taking Plan C. I might take the eraser, but I don't really have any enemies to erase. Who would I erase? That would be beneficial to me overall. I don't know. I rarely ever erase people. And when I do, it's typically a very common enemy that I'm guaranteed to see throughout the game. Like a spider or something. Although that also certainly depends on what I'm going for in that particular run. But maybe that goes without saying, so I'll say it anyway. It goes without saying. It. There are several ways you could have interpreted that poor dad joke. Anyway, let's get back to weather, shall we? So the mesosphere is 50 through 85 kilometers in altitude. Here, meteors burn up in this layer. This layer is finally dense enough that when meteors enter the atmosphere, they completely burn up in this layer. It is also the coldest layer of the atmosphere, which actually... Hold on. That doesn't sound right. Why does temperature increase in the stratosphere, but it's... Also, I need to pay better attention. Why does temperature increase in the stratosphere going up if then the mesosphere is the coldest? I'm missing something here. Also, that was a very poor fight on my end, I will admit. And another trinket. I'm gonna have so many opportunities to look for the red room. Can you give me something? No. No. One of these days. Where would the cursed secret room be? Probably here. Ain't that right? But now let me collect. Something, please? 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 Yay, a heart. I have a heart. I do hope the secret room connects... Oh. Excellent. I do hope it connects to the boss room, but I guess I won't know until I check, will I? And I don't exactly have enough bombs to check. Is that a mirrored rock? That rock was in the exact same place, wasn't it? I think, right? I'm not hallucinating that. Right? Right? Also, there are enemies over here. I may as well. I got a penny out of it. I think it was worthwhile. Bye. Oh, man, this is good. This is very, very good. Anyway. Where was I? I don't know how to sort out that contradiction on the fly, so just live with it for now. Sorry. The contradiction I'm talking about being the fact that that my little fact sheet here says that temperature increases in the stratosphere, but then the mesosphere is the coldest. Yeah, I don't fully know what it means by that, but whatever. It's fine. I'm sure an actual meteorologist can tell me. One of these days. Bye. Yay, bomb. Next, we have the thermosphere, which is 85 through 600 kilometers in altitude. That's quite far. This is where auroras take place, and the temperature rises sharply. I guess because there's a lot of activity near the top of the atmosphere with absorbing high-energy particles and gamma rays and such. If I had to guess, blindly, I am not qualified to guess, but I have done so. Deal with it. Uh-oh. Oh, good. My penny! Give that back. Okay. Nice. Good combo. Cool. I got a heart from that. That's very neat. Thank you. I'm gonna go check for a bomb in the shop. And then continue. I would like the secret room to be there. I really would. Yes, and since I have the money, okay, I feel pretty comfortable about using bombs now. I'll try here first. Of course it's here first. Curious. I mean, I don't know. I'll just take the fool with me. Call me a fool all you want, but I need this card sooner or later. Let's see, lastly, in the atmosphere's structure, we have the exosphere, which is anything beyond 600 kilometers in altitude, which is very far. This is the atmosphere's gradual transition into space. Happy Pride Month. Ah! Next, let's talk about basic elements of the atmosphere, and I'm not talking about periodic table kinds of elements. Hey. Hey. Yeah, he didn't recalculate that he was the only survivor. What an idiot. Thank you for blowing that up for me. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Yera and death. I got him. Okay. Yay! And up here, yes, I will take that. I don't know, should I take this? My vast amount of wealth says yes. Vast amount. I have like 50 pennies. Nobody can compare. I'll use it here. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. I'm still feeling some burnout, if you can't tell. I didn't bother to actually create thumbnails for the past 2 episodes. I will eventually. I just didn't feel like it in the moment. That's all. For anyone wondering. Which I know no one is, but, you know, who knows? You know who knows? I know. And I know that no one is wondering. Wow. Very nice. Oh, I kind of... I didn't even go back and get the Fool card. What a fool I am. Also, I guess I should have maybe taken the whatchamacallit and... Oh! The Hanged Man. I'm doing this because I have a tendency to move left when walking around obstacles vertically. I don't know why. Wait a minute. Let's use Yera. I'm a smarty. Anyway, elements of the atmosphere include temperature, humidity, that is the moisture in the air. Oh, well, that wasn't very exciting. That wasn't very exciting either. Boop. Pressure, which is the force of the air above, because we're at the bottom of the atmosphere. Oh, I went to the the shop because it'd be closer to the Fool card, and then I missed it again. I am such a fool today. Card. Wind, which has speed and direction. That was spooky. And cloud cover. These are the various elements of the... and precipitation, which is rain, snow, sleet, and hail. These are the various elements... Ow. Ow. That was so long. Various elements of the atmosphere to consider in meteorology. Stop doing this attack. I don't know how to avoid it. Ow. That one is on me. Don't you dare do it again. Bye-bye. Angel room. Yay. And I'll take you, and... Wow, okay. Oh, yeah! Well, maybe I should have timed that a little better, but... Oh, that's so good. Very nice. I wish Tears Up applied to Revelation, but whatever. Let's talk about how weather happens in the first place. To start with, the source of all weather is... Drumroll, please. Drumroll. Drumroll. I'm asking you to do the drumroll if you couldn't tell. I can't be bothered. I'm a little busy right now. It's the sun. The sun is the source, ultimately, of all weather. Not because the sun directly causes weather, but because the sun is what adds energy to the earth. Without the sun... Oh, great. Maybe I shouldn't have taken Mars. Without the sun, the earth would be cold and lifeless, and without weather. How horrible. Everything would be stagnant. Woo! Okay, that was very close. Great use of money. Wait. Let's donate, shall we? Just a little bit. Hey! Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but close. Close enough to perfect. Yes! Finally, I can enter the boss challenge room this run. Mars. Stop it. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Should have considered that. Oh well. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, Mars. No, you can't do that twice in a row. I forbid it. How dare you? Where are we going? So, again, the sun is the main driver of weather. Uneven heating on the Earth causes air to move, which is wind. That's how and why wind happens, and this ultimately drives cloud formation. Anything else here I care about? I don't think so. Oh, hey, bud. Welcome back. Yeah, no attack for you. At least not that attack. No. Okay, good. Ooh, very nice. Well, it was. It's okay. I still haven't picked up Godhead yet. I really want it. I need it. I mean, I don't, but, you know, it would be really nice to have. Oh well. Bye-bye. Air masses are large bodies of air with uniform temperature and humidity. Fronts. Oh, hi. Fronts are boundaries between different air masses, so you have what you may often hear in weather reports. You have cold fronts, that is, when cold air pushes warm air and ultimately creates storms. You have warm fronts, in which warm air slides over cold air, creating rain and clouds. You have a stationary front, which is when an air mass doesn't really move at all. The weather remains fairly persistent in that region. And then you have an occluded front, when cold overtakes warm, turning into a rather complex system. What's in here? Well, I wonder what's in here. I wonder what's in here. I wonder no longer. Whoa. That got a little hairy, but that's okay. That feels like, yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. Hey, stop. Ah! I prematurely keep letting go of Revelation too early. That sentence was very redundant, wasn't it? Ow! Yeah, I'll take it. Why not? Bye-bye. Ow. Wait, oh, I didn't actually take damage from that. Thank you, Mars. Even though I think I should have taken damage from that, but, you know, I'm not going to argue. Here. Now. Instead, we're going to talk about weather here and now. Next subject is pressure systems. Another commonality to weather reports, especially on the news. And I have a full card. Well, what's over here? It's not the shop, so I don't care. Get out. Don't run into the fly. So the shop is up there somewhere, huh? Okay, fine. Yes! Stay frozen! Stay frosty. Nice. I will check you out because I have no reason not to be frank about it. This is the last one. So yeah, I'll take that. It's a tears up. Oh, what? You're telling me? Okay, I'm tempted to find the... Oh, this one. Well, that wasn't very hard. Let's see if I can't make my way into there, but I'll hold off just a minute and find the shop first. And that way I will save time. Give me something, I don't know. Thank you for giving me something. I don't know. And yeah, I'll break you just for completion. Where shop? Why shop up here? Well, I didn't need that devil deal, after all. Oh well. It's fine. PhD! Yay! Yay!
Experimental pill.
I'm channeling my Jeff Goldblum impression from his apartment.com. What? What? Why did it? Oh. From his apartments.com advertisement that I unironically really like. The advertisement, I'm not sure about the service. Anyway, pressure systems. We just have two basic ones to talk about: high pressure and low pressure. So high pressure systems are denoted as H, and low pressure systems are denoted as L. In a high pressure system, you have clear skies and stable air. And in a low pressure system, you have clouds and precipitation. Precipitation, which also means storms. Storms too, yeah. Next, let's mention, at least briefly, severe weather. Severe weather includes thunderstorms, which is caused by rising, warm, moist air. Tornadoes, which is caused by rotating columns of air. And they form... Oh. Stay away. They form from... Uh-oh. You better pay out now. Well, this is a problem. Huh. That man was just a few microseconds too late. Rest in peace. Ooh. Oh, I let go too early again. There we are. Tornadoes ultimately form from supercell storms. Then we have hurricanes, also known as tropical cyclones. Ow. Oh, man. I just wanted to see what was up here, that's all. And it wasn't much. So, hurricanes form over warm oceans. They are classified by their wind speed as Category 1 through Category 5 at the most severe. And lastly, we have blizzards. Not the company. Not the very unfortunately greedy company that was really good many years ago. Blizzards are when you have a severe snowstorm combined with strong winds. Don't worry about the grammar of that sentence. It may have been correct. It may have been grammatically correct. It may not have been. Who knows? Who really knows? Who can say for sure? Oh, I wish I could have killed you. Okay, that works too. And yeah, okay, I just wanted to check that I couldn't get any hearts. I'll take Mom's key, why not? And I'll take, I guess, you, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't... For some reason, I feel like not opening this particular chest. Like it's a bad idea or something. Curious. Oh, I don't know how I got through that. Cool. Sure. Ooh. That was a little bit more than what was advertised. Is there anything else? I don't suppose there is. I'll keep death. Here we go. Weather forecasting tools is next. There are a variety of weather forecasting tools available to weathermen and weatherwomen, and whether them, whether they them show up at the party or not, who knows? I feel like cancer. I mean, that does effectively almost double my health. Almost. So who wouldn't love cancer? So, weather forecasting tools may include satellites to track large systems, cloud cover, and temperature, radar to detect precipitation and storm motion, weather balloons to measure the upper atmosphere. Oh boy, I didn't actually want to pick that. Thank you, Mars. I was actually not going to. Believe me when I say that, although I know it's a little bit difficult given my history. Yeah, I'll take it. Well, I meant to save you, but oh well. I knew there would probably be a key in there because it underreports what's in there since there's simply too much. Yeah, I guess so. Right, I break the surroundings now. So I can't hide by flying over them. That's sad. Let's see. Weather balloons measure upper atmosphere conditions. Ground stations report real-time conditions on the ground. And numerical models, which are used more and more frequently, and there are a lot bigger, fancier models now than ever before, because that is simply the effect of technology and machine learning. And soon AI will take over the weather world. You heard it from me first. I do not want Isaac's heart, but honestly, I'm not sure if I've ever taken it. And I have double the health, you know? And I'm a big boy right now. I'm a very big boy. All things considered, so, you know... well, I'm not very big, I guess, but I'm big enough to protect it, right? Right? And I'm not missing any of the trinkets that I left behind yet, am I? No, I'm not. Cool. Oh, great. Ow. Oh. He dead now. We good. So, forecasting techniques are next. Uh-oh. Right, I protect you. I know how this works. I think. Yay! I'm glad I got the big guy dead. Yeah. Well... it's fine. It doesn't matter. Not with a run this pretty good. I mean, it's not an amazing run, but it's pretty good. You know, Mars helps me really escape tricky situations, doesn't it? Oh, that was a thing that I want. That was a battery. I want the battery. Give me the battery. Yeah, I'll just keep doing this if you don't mind. So, forecasting techniques. We have nowcasting, which is a short-term forecasting, that is 0 through 6 hours in the future. Then we have short-range forecasting, which is 1 to 3 days. Medium range, which is 3 to 10 days. I'll come back for you. And long-range forecasting, which is in terms of weeks to months. Of course, the further out you predict, the less precise the prediction becomes. Okay. Meteorologists interpret model output, observational data, and climatology in order to make forecasts. Next, it is important to distinguish between weather and climate. They are not interchangeable. Weather refers to short-term atmospheric conditions, and climate refers to long-term averages of weather over decades. Meteorology often overlaps with climatology, especially in climate change studies. Where is my item? Squish, heart. Squish. Yay, luck. Just my luck. And then, to finish off today, you know, it's been, all things considered so far, this topic today has been pretty light. So, I figured, let's talk about some PDEs. That'll really spice things up and make today interesting. I did not want to help up, but thank you. I'm glad I got Juicy Sack rather than whatever else it was gonna give me. Where might it be? I'm sensing... Oh, no, I can't access a red room to the left. That does put a damper on things, doesn't it? Why can I not... well, it's probably because of this room. Really? Well, it may still have been from that room, but I may have destroyed the evidence. Then I'm gonna say it's down here. Well, no, I can't go that way either. So I'm gonna... I don't know. I think there's still 2 places, maybe 3 places it could be. Normally I won't use a red key until I get another to replace it, but because of my utter confidence in the at least 2 more red cracked keys that I have waiting for me, I may as well just go and use it, you know? Well, okay, I can't go that way either, so let me try down here. It seems not. Oh well. Oopsie daisy. So let's talk about PDEs, that is partial differential equations. Get ready for some fun! Just as an overview, thermodynamics, that is energy transfer, heat and moisture, fluid dynamics, that is how air flows in the atmosphere, and numerical modeling, which is solving equations on supercomputers, all contribute to the modern landscape of mathematical and physical models for meteorology. Ooh. But now let's get down dirty with math. With a lot of math. The PDEs that are often used to model weather include, account for, rather, motion of the air, that is fluid dynamics, heat transfer, which is thermodynamics, I know this is sort of a rehash, moisture processes, that is phase changes of water, hold on, hold, please, hold, okay. And radiation, that is solar and terrestrial energy exchange. They are governed by the primitive equations of atmospheric motion. And we go up. The core equations are the Navier-Stokes equations for fluid dynamics, thermodynamics energy equations, continuity equations, that is mass conservation, and equations of state, that is specifically the ideal gas law. Not any other gas laws, as I recently learned. That man exploded. I do have an extra cracked key. Where might I use it? Where, oh where? Also, I still have the pill that I brought, right? Yeah, okay. Let's just keep this on me and milk it. Milky pill. That's a... I retract that statement. Strike it from the record. Oh, and lastly, moisture conservation equations, that is for Okay, I was half paying attention. Oh, nice. That is conservation equations for vapor, cloud, water, etc. So, talking about specific equations now, specific PDEs. We have the Navier-Stokes equation, simplified for the atmosphere specifically, which states the following. And again, I'm gonna read you, an equation. Good luck. Good luck figuring this out, but I will go through all the parts of it as well. We have the derivative of v with respect to time. V is the wind velocity vector, which is actually, it's a vector field. It's horizontally oriented, so it has no vertical component. It just has, basically, if you want to think about it, X and Y, but no Z, in a sense. There you are. Bye. Where might I use my red key? I'm curious. Bye-bye. More shot speed. Am I gonna be... No, I'm not. So I'll use it now. It was luck. Just my luck. And there we are. Great perks. I'll just use that now so I'm not tempted to, try and save it or something when I can't. Okay. Well, this one should be fairly easy, if I'm not mistaken. For once. Uh-huh. Oh. Why not? I guess there was a rock there or something. Ooh. I'll go down. It doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm gonna lose the run or anything crazy like that. It's definitely never happened before. Well, let's go back. So V is a vector or vector field, so we have the derivative with respect to time, which isn't really a derivative in the standard one-dimensional sense, but I'm calling it a derivative anyway. It's technically the material or total derivative, which accounts for local and advective changes in velocity. And this is equal to -1 over rho times nabla p, which is -1 over rho times nabla p is the pressure gradient force that models how air moves from high to low pressures and drives wind, plus g, which is the gravitational force. Ooh, extra bombs, yay! Are there 2 there? Sure enough. Which acts only downwards, gravity that is. Yay! Plus F Coriolis, which is the Coriolis force. Oh, cool, sure. Which is, by the way, equal to -2 omega cross V, which is the apparent force due to Earth's rotation. In the northern hemisphere, it deflects motion to the right, and in the southern hemisphere, directs motion to the left. And by right and left, I guess I mean, that should mean, what, north and south, correct? referring to it as left and right is a little odd, but whatever. Whatever. Oof. I will protect you, me. Ooh, that was a little close. Plus, the final term is F frictional, which is the frictional force. Oh, come on. No! Oh, well, it's fine. And Degas time. So F frictional, again, is the frictional force. It is important near the surface. That is the planetary boundary layer. And it includes drag forces as well. Happy Pride Month. Stay back, Heart. I've got you. I don't got you that time. That's a bit of a misplay on my part, but that's alright. I'll get you next time. Next time's on me. Put it on my tab. So that's the momentum equations, or equation, well, depends how you define it because, you know, it's a vector equation. And then we have the continuity equation, which is mass conservation. Stay back, Art. Oh! Oh. So here we have d rho dt plus rho times nabla dot v, well, nabla dot v is not actually nabla dot v. It's the divergence of the velocity field. So rho here, by the way, is air density. D rho dt is the local and advective changes in density. And nabla dot v, even though no one would call it that, is the divergence of v, is the divergence of the velocity field, which measures the spreading out or convergence of air. Oh, thank you, Cancer. You may also express this equation as the partial of rho with respect to t plus the divergence of rho times v in a scalar multiplication sense. I can just touch the bomb, can't I? Yeah, you stop that right now. In incompressible fluids or in an inelastic approximation, this whole equation simplifies down to just the divergence of v is equal to 0. But the air is very much compressible. Slap him. Slap him more. Oh, I let go too early. Yeah, I figured death was gonna give me some problems. That's okay, I've got plenty of health. And also, I'm gaining damage every time. Up until a point. Yeah, not too much I can do to help my heart here. Bye. Bye-bye. The third equation I want to talk through is the thermodynamic energy equation, which is d theta over dt equals q. And in this equation... Okay, that one I understand. That one, I guess I understand. Oh, don't go in the lava. In this particular equation... Hold on, focusing. Go, go, go! No! Oh, Mars! Theta is equal to capital T times something funky looking. I can't read it right now. I'm sorry. Okay, you know that joke I made earlier about, like, not dying in this fight? Ah, I needed that. Here's what I can do. No, stop. No drinking the lava. I let go too early again. Yeah, I'll just continue like this, I suppose. Woo! Oh, I still got hurt. Uh-oh. Okay, now it's getting risky now. Let's drop some bombs. I always... Well, not always. So far in this series, I have severely neglected to take advantage of dropping bombs on the beast in that final rush. Mostly because I've generally beaten the beast very quickly, anyway. But cool, I'm glad I didn't die. Let's see, so theta equals capital T times PA over P, P sub A over P, all to the capital R over C sub P power. So this term, theta, is the potential temperature, which is conserved for adiabatic processes. I will pretend to know what that means. D theta over dt is then the total change in the thermal energy following the air parcel, and Q is the diabatic heating term, that is, radiation, latent heat from condensation, conduction, etc. In full form, in terms of temperature, we have d capital T over dt minus r times t over p times c sub p times dp dt equals q. I hope that makes sense. It will be on the exam. Let's see, 3 more equations, but they're quick. We have the equation of state, that is the ideal gas law. P equals rho times R times T. P is pressure, rho is density, R is the specific gas constant for dry air, which is around 287 joules per kilogram Kelvin. I think that's the right unit. And then T is the temperature in Kelvin, capital T, that is. Next, we have the moisture conservation equations. For water vapor, this is dq sub v over dt equals s sub v, where actually, hold on. Let me state the second one first. And then for cloud, water, rain, etc., anything other than water vapor, we have similar equations that are just dq sub x over dt equals s sub x. Q sub x is the mixing ratio of water species x, that is water vapor, liquid, ice, or others, although that's generally, I don't know, that sounds like all the states of water to me, unless you count plasma rain. And then S sub x is the source or sink terms that cover phase changes like evaporation, condensation, and deposition. And the final equation to mention is the material derivative, aka the Lagrangian derivative. We have d over dt equals the partial with respect to t plus the divergence. Is that divergence again? It's been a minute since I looked at divergence. Plus the divergence of v. The partial with respect to t not being taken of anything in particular is the local rate of change at a fixed point, and the divergence of v is the advection, how the field changes due to the motion of the fluid. That is divergence, right? Ooh, wait, nope, it might not be. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Because it's v.nabla, not nabla.v. Anyway, I'll just pretend like I'm good, and we're done. And that's all there is. Meteorology is that easy. You know, very easy, very, yep, right. Uh-huh. Anyway, I do seriously think that PDEs are pretty cool, even if I'm not up to snuff. at the moment. It'll take like 30 seconds to actually look this up and remember what exactly this operation is and whether it's just an alternative form of the divergence. Anyway, one last thing I want to mention is that technically speaking, whenever you hear or read a weather report and anyone says a chance of rain or storms or whatever else, it's not technically a probability chance. In fact, typical weather services don't report their confidence intervals at all. Now, naturally, they give you their best estimate of what the future will hold. They give you the prediction that they're most confident in. They never actually tell you their confidence in that prediction. When you see a percentage next to rain or thunderstorms or whatever, that is actually an area around your local weather station that will be covered by that precipitation. So if you have an 80% quote unquote chance of rain, that just means 80% of the area around your local weather station is expected to have rainfall. It doesn't actually tell you how heavy the rain is or how long it, well, let me retract that. It doesn't tell you how heavy it is or how likely it is. You may not experience any, you may experience a torrential downpour. But it works out that it is pretty well correlated with a more probabilistic sense of weather. In other words, if there's a 0% chance of rain, if there's a 0% area coverage of rainfall, then yeah, the chance of rain is probably also pretty close to zero. If there's a near 100% chance of, I said that again, ignore that. If there's a near 100% rain coverage, then yeah, your chance of rain is probably also close to 100. So as it works out, it sort of functions as a type of chance, weirdly enough, even though it's technically not. Anyway, that's enough for today. I have now overstretched my boundaries. Get excited for another similar topic tomorrow. Woohoo! So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Goodbye. Take care.